This is video out of Death Valley National Park in California, where on Monday, under the cover of darkness, 97 runners took off from the starting line of a 135-mile-long ultramarathon. Yeah, 135 miles. And you thought finishing that turkey trot was impressive.
Badwater 135 is widely recognized as the world's toughest foot race. It's 135 miles from right here at Badwater Basin. 3 mountain ranges away is the finish line at Whitney Portal, the tallest mountain in the lower 48.
That guy's the race director of Badwater 135. And he spoke to the Associated Press about this event that isn't exactly for the faint of heart, let alone the faint in the middle of the damn street because you're running the rough equivalent of Chicago to Sheboygan on foot.
So this is an invitational race. Because it's considered the world's toughest foot race, we want people that we think can finish the event. So to even enter, the runners have to have completed at least 4 100-mile or longer ultramarathons over the last 3 years.
So regular 26.2-mile-long marathons are challenging enough, especially when anyone can buy one of those stickers for the back of their car in an act of stolen valor. But as pointed out by Runner's World a few years ago, the number of ultramarathons has grown 345% since 1996, with more than 600,000 ultramarathoners tallied up in a study in 2018. Now the challenge here isn't just traversing a longer stretch than the line. That 106-mile-long linear city in Saudi Arabia that's never going to be built, not due to the sheer number of impracticalities of living inside of a giant futuristic desert mirror, but because the radical ambitions of the thing have been radically scaled back to 1.5 miles. About the round-trip distance between 2 Trader Joe's in Brooklyn. No, perhaps the bigger challenge is when this 48-hour-long feat kicked off on Monday, participants were under an excessive heat warning, with Death Valley daytime temperatures reaching over 120 degrees, and even nighttime heat temperatures creeping above 100. It is a dry heat though, so maybe bring a jacket.
14,600 feet of elevation gain in the world's hottest place at the hottest time of year.
But it wasn't only the hottest time of the year, it was the hottest time pretty much ever. Monday was officially the hottest day ever recorded globally, according to Europe's climate change service, breaking past a long-standing record for the hottest day ever that was previously set on, Sunday, the day before.
First on Sunday and then on Monday, the global mean temperature has reached a new record that has exceeded the record set by the record-breaking year of 2023. So we are in uncharted territory.
That's the director of Copernicus, not the 1973 short film about the famous astronomer that was directed by some famous chair designers, but the European Space Agency's Climate Change Service, which has climate records dating back to 1940 and other historical data. Now, many experts do believe that time existed before 1940, and while scientists can't be 100% sure that Monday was the hottest day in 120,000 years, for all we know, the hottest day ever might have been whenever they shot that scene in Varsity Blues, but at least based on what they know now, it's plausible that the global average temperature on Monday was indeed the highest ever recorded.
In all likelihood, especially if you look at the average over the year, this is probably the last 12 months have been the warmest 12 months in the last 100,000 years or thereabouts.
Climate scientists, of course, say these record-breaking temperatures are thanks to human-caused climate change. And for our record-attempting human runners out in California, our race director notes that there are good reasons that these 97 competitors, ranging in age from 19 to 69 and hailing from 21 countries and 26 US states, chose to be so hot to trot in the heat with their feet.
We're asking them, why do you want to run the Badwater 135? And what is the meaning of life? And are you running for a charity? And all kinds of things to get a sense of who they are.
For some ultramarathoners, like these ladies from Las Vegas and Alabama respectively, it's about pushing what's possible.
This is my 12th year. I have 11 consecutive finishes, which is for females, that's the most. It's the challenge, and it's just the Badwater family. It's an event that's kind of special and hard to describe to somebody who's never been here.
For me, it's all about seeing what I can do, testing my own limits, seeing how well I can do these extreme things, and just pushing myself to see what my body can physically do, because I'm always amazed by what the human body can do, so seeing what I can get out of myself.
And for this guy from California, it sounds like it's about embracing a very bad time.
It's suffering. I mean, I think that's the best way I can put it. I mean, at some point, you just have to sort of embrace the suffering. I always joke that with my friends, what did it feel like? And I say the suffering was absolutely sublime.
This year's top finishers of Badwater 135 were a Colorado firefighter named Sean Burke, who finished the thing in about 23.5 hours, and Lena Kaliskaner, a project manager from Norway, clocking in around 27.5 hours. Combined, they ran a total of 270 miles. This race has been run regularly since 1987 and takes place every July. And if you yourself want to suffer through the sublime without running 135 miles, why not subscribe to @TheNewsRefresh on YouTube? We put out new weird and interesting news stories each and every day, like this recent one about a competition to see who's got the best mullet in America. Sorry guys, now that's a challenge.